but it's for a very important reason. We were all ready to go with about 10 minutes to stream, and Rich says, "Wait a minute, there's this video you need to watch."
I forgot how long it was.
And you know, you said like, "Oh, we can just watch a couple minutes of it." It's called The History of the Entire World, I guess.
Yes. It's amazing.
It's incredibly funny. It's incredibly entertaining. It's edutainment to its finest. Fine edutainment. But it's like 20-some minutes long, and I didn't want to stop watching it to start the stream on time, and that's my fault, but it's good. The History of the Entire World, I guess. It's a great little video. Great.
So how's everyone doing?
How is everybody doing?
How are you doing, Jack?
I'm doing fine. I'm feeling like there's this weird sickness happening, and like it always happens right around this time of year.
Like in your soul, right?
Like there's a sickness in my soul, and it's starting to drain every day.
Yeah.
It makes me wonder just why. Just why. I know. I'm actually just fine. I'm actually just fine. What was I gonna say? You know why I'm fine, Rich? New season of Kimmy Schmidt.
Haven't started watching it yet. I know it's out.
It's just as good. New season of Sense8, which you haven't seen it, but that's a show that I love. Any show that features international psychic orgies, I think, needs to be praised. The tent pole of Sense8 is globally global psychically induced orgies, and so you know, but
I'm very happy for you.
You should be. No, there's that. Overwatch is having their 1-year anniversary event with some really cool new maps and skins. So I picked it. I haven't played Overwatch in a long time because we've been very busy playing other games. So I got a chance to pop onto Overwatch the other day. That was really great.
JMS writing Sense8? I thought that was I guess he could be writing it for the Wachowskis. I thought that
who?
was their babies. John Michael Straczynski, the guy behind Babylon 5, wrote Spider-Man for a bit, done a lot of things.
The Wachowskis produce, and Lana has been credited as the director.
Okay.
I don't know which one is Lana. I assume they wrote, but we have devices that can tell us.
You can't say the transgender one anymore. There's no longer a way to distinguish them.
Or you could just call them by their names, Richard. No, and I like. By the way, like the Wachowski brothers, when they were brothers, both of them were credited as directors. So like, I didn't know their names. I didn't know their first names before they turned into women. And now that they're women, I only know Lana because she is the sole director of Sense8. So I just don't know. Sense8. What's the name of the guy I'm looking for?
What do we start looking for? What was the plan here?
The writer?
Oh, JMS.
J. Michael Straczynski was the creator. He is credited as created by.
I can't say what else he's done because he's done a lot of things.
He has World War Z, Babylon 5. He wrote the first Thor movie. Oh.
He's been around forever.
Underworld, Ninja Assassin.
The real Ghostbusters. No,
Yeah?
not kidding. Yeah.
Oh, he's been around forever then.
The good seasons.
Wow. Oh yeah, here it is. The Jake and the Fat Man. He wrote Jake and the Fat Man. Fuck yeah. That's oh my god, he has done everything. Masters of the Universe. Great. Okay, well he's involved too. It's a great. You know what? It's a great show. That Sense8. Ooh.
So this is The Surge.
This is The Surge, what many people describe as sci-fi Dark Souls, but according to its very own trailer, a games writer said so much more than sci-fi Dark Souls.
According to their trailer quote.
According to their trailer quote. Just going to skip all that. I'm just going to skip all that. Basically, what all that intro said was like this new company is they're basically like the Apple or the Tesla. They're doing amazing new things, and we're innovating, and we're creating, and we're here to help humanity with our breakthrough in environmental technologies.
You're saying that's what happened in the cutscene?
Yeah, that's what happened in the cutscene. Okay. But the one thing you do miss in the cutscene is.
Oh, you've seen it. You've started this. That's right.
I've started this already. The one thing you do miss is.
I thought you were just making that up. This is Jax just assuming what the cutscene was.
It was
as a joke.
It was like a hipster dressed man on a white background. So like that'd be a pretty safe assumption. But so here's the fun thing: that was playing on those screens next to you.
Yeah.
And you're on this bus, and you just assume that you're sitting down. But Rich.
Oh my God! So is this Special Forces?
This is Special Forces. Whee! Oh God! Whee! It's great. This is it. Yeah, a lot of people are giving this like are saying like, is this? Oh wait, hold on. Got to invert the old vertical look. There we go.
Doobie Sandwich says, "Say, Ricardo, you mentioned that bad endings ruin things like Mass Effect, Why the Last Man, and so forth. Are you more of a destination man than a journey man? You can't pretend the destination isn't important. Like, super fucking important. The ending is probably the most important part of any story."
For a singular thing like a movie, a book, stuff like that.
Yeah.
For a singular story, I absolutely agree with you. The ending is the taste that you leave the theater with, right? Mm-hmm. For something like a television series, you can have a little wiggle room.
If you ask a question, the ending is the answer.
Yes. Agreed.
You need to have a satisfying answer to the question.
Yes. I'm with you.
Or else it feels like you wasted your time.
Pop a wheelie? Can I pop a wheelie? Oh, I can't. I can't pop a... Oh, can I... like glitch off the track here? No. I cannot pop a wheelie. So you got these like robot soldiers and these other soldier guys here. Like, see their cool suits? Mm-hmm. So I got to get me a suit like that. And I can only assume I've signed up for this program to, get the exosuit. But I guess what I'm saying is like, if it's a television series and it's like...
If it's like a sitcom... Like, yeah, the ending to Roseanne sucked, but I mean, it's like a half-hour sitcom. Each individual thing is like its own self-contained story.
Sure.
That's something different.
Or even like a next gen, like because they didn't necessarily have a goal.
Yes, but that said, all said and done, the next gen series ended great. It did end great.
That was maybe a bad example because that did have that's a great ending.
TNG isn't one long story though.
Right.
So
right, exactly. Exactly. That's what I was getting at. All right. Probably supposed to go down there. I went down there when I played the game. I wanted to see what's over here.
They're going to retcon the ending of Roseanne with the revival. I've heard that. Mostly because they want Dan Connor back. They want John Goodman to be in it.
What happened at the end of Roseanne?
Oh, John's dead.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Oh.
Dan died at a heart attack, I believe.
Oh, Roseanne. That was a quality show.
Yeah. They're doing a revival, and I think they're just going to... It's coming back. Roseanne is coming back.
I haven't heard this. Everything's fucking coming back.
Yeah, I know.
Everything's coming back. Whee! Oh, no. There we go. Whee! Oh, nope.
Just finished Preacher. The ending was good. Does not get Rich's criticism. The ending was just kind of a letdown in Preacher. Preacher was just kind of, it wasn't like terrible enough to ruin Preacher, but it was kind of like, could have been better.
Shakespeare's bringing up the ending of Lost, and the problem with Lost. I give the ending to Lost a pass because at that point in the series, all we really cared about were the characters, and each character got an ending. The problem with Lost is they spent the entire first season asking a lot of questions.
All of the hype for that was about the questions.
It was about the mystery.
When the mystery is that important,
Right.
you need to have a satisfactory answer to the mystery.
And so, like, I understand and I hear the criticism that Lost had a bad ending. I say that it had a good ending for the characters and not for the story,
Yeah.
if that makes any sense.
Chad is asking me if there's any comic book I think had a great ending. Because I think Preacher's a bit of a letdown. I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
Why the Last Man? Why the Last Man just fizzled.
Oh.
Well, most comic books don't have endings. They're just long running narratives. They're not built that way. However, I would say The Watchmen.
Oh, yeah.
The Watchmen has a fine ending.
But they've just brought them back for a DC crossover.
That doesn't fucking count.
The Watchmen had a great
That
ending.
does not fucking count.
The Watchmen had a great ending. All right, this is probably something you want to pay attention to. I'm about to apply to become a worker here.
So they're going to turn you into a robot man.
Yes. Oh no, but we weren't sedated, Rich. The robot said we were sedated.
I want to be sedated.
No, seriously, this is very painful. How do you send us a game on Steam again? Send it to prereq@redlettermedia.com. There's a little email option, like to email.
Well, sucks to be that guy.
Yep.
The William Meister says, hello, Rich and Jack.
Hi.
First time watching stream live. Not much of a gamer, but I love your dynamic. Thanks for all the great entertainment.
Thanks for
Thank
coming.
you. Thank you.
Thanks for coming to the stream.
We rarely even pay attention to the game. We're nutty like that.
Fun Roseanne fact: it's possibly nothing needs to be retconned because the last 2 seasons were written by Darlene. What does that mean?
I don't.
What does that even mean?
I didn't follow like the last 2 seasons of Roseanne.
Right?
So
No one did.
That's why I
No
got
one
canceled.
All I know is some of the writers for Roseanne went into a pitch meeting with the CW.
Yeah.
In order, to try to get a new show off the ground, and they didn't have any ideas, but they had secured a meeting.
Yeah.
And they didn't know what they were going to make a show about. And so on the walk to the meeting, they start spitballing ideas. I don't know what's the dumbest. We just need an idea, and then we can fix it later. And they ended up improvly pitching them a goofball show about a single mother and her young teen daughter. And they were hip talking, and they were in a small town. They came from a big city,
Yeah.
and it turned into the Gilmore Girls.
Okay.
So the writers of Roseanne were just like, and they came up with the entire premise for the Gilmore Girls improv.
So is this game neat?
Kind of. You're this guy
Yeah.
who obviously just had a really bad experience, and we were dumped. The robot said we died. And
This is something that's going horribly wrong.
So we're in a dump. Cool. Look at that space thing. Shuttlecraft. So yeah, we're in the dump, and now we got to fight our way out of the dump.
The dump has robots.
And the dump has robots. A lot of, first robots are these droney thingies. And you have your horizontal slash and your vertical slash.
Okay.
And you can like kind of combo them together to do stuff like that. You have your dodge, which is that, by the way.
What is it? Yeah.
It's not a roll, and I find that very upsetting.
Because you're wearing these big clunky armors, that would be even weirder.
Oh yeah, no, you couldn't have your roll, but it just feels weird to dodge.
It could be a neater animation, I suppose, but I totally get it not being a roll, and that doesn't bother me. Actually, anybody rolling around would just get fucking dizzy. Rolls don't actually make much sense. At least not when you spam them in a game.
It's just what I'm used to, you know.
Yeah.
In the Soulsborne universe, it's what I'm used to. Yep. So there's that. I've played this. I played this first level a little bit. So.
Some blue guy in chat says, if Avatar has taught me anything, it's that the crippled guy will go on to side with the robots and lead a revolution after he's given an exoskeleton, and will eventually fuck one of the robots.
Oh, I want that to be true. Can I not go there?
Avatar didn't have robots.
Well, no, but Avatar went on to fuck the avatars, right?
I know. Well, he didn't fuck an avatar. He fucked a Navi.
Oh, you know what?
With his avatar.
I forgot that they were called the Navi. Is my problem. I thought they were called the Avatars because that movie has completely left my melon. Whoa.
Humberto Cabbage Patch.
There we go.
What is your favorite Simpsons Halloween episode? Time Travel Toaster.
Time Travel Toaster. Oh, that's a great episode. Die already.
What were the other ones on that? They were all good on that episode. Was that the one with the shinin?
I'm going to say yes just because I want it to be.
Time Travel Toaster.
Oh, man, that's a great Halloween episode. You know, something needs to be said for the first Treehouse of Horror with Kang and Kodos. Like, that abduction episode, that whole abduction episode is fantastic.
Yeah.
That bit about...
That's decent.
I love the bit where they keep blowing space dust off the book.
Oh, yeah, that's an amusing bit. The video game, they're disappointed by the video game because it's just like an Atari game.
Oh, right.
Yeah. We have games on video now.
Oh, I'm sorry. Which species has mastered intergalactic travel? Great.
Shining, Time Travel Toaster, and Cannibal Teachers at the School segment. Wait, I thought it was... Yeah. No, it was zombies. That was the zombies segment at the end of the Toaster one. Wasn't it?
That could have been a different Treehouse of Horror.
I thought it was...
Cannibal Teachers is a fantastic Treehouse of Horror, though.
I could easily be wrong. Yeah, because I think it ended with the shinin.
The shinin. Don't you mean The Shining? Quiet, boy. You want to get sued? Okay. Okay.
All right. BGB Live, says Jack.
Yep.
Still keeping up with Legendary? Excited for the X-Men set coming up? Marvel Legendary?
You know, that's one of those where Lisa and I have to pace ourselves or else we will buy every expansion. Yeah.
So your wife put you on a cooldown.
No, I put her on a cooldown. She has this little trick because she knows, as a family, we're on a budget. And the expansions aren't a lot, but eventually you buy enough and you buy enough where it's just like, we know we need to chill because we're on a budget. But if there's one that she really wants, she knows exactly what to do, which is just wait until I'm drunk. She basically takes advantage of me because when I've been drinking, I have I have no willpower to say no to purchases that I want. And so she'll just wait until I've had a couple beers and she's like, I was thinking about getting that new Legendary set. Oh yeah, let's check on Amazon. Oh, there's a sale. Boom, boom, boom.
How much do these sets cost?
Oh, there are small expansions that are only like $20-$30. Not a lot, right? But
for a small expansion.
But you buy enough of them and then that adds up. But the big expansions can be anywhere from like $50 to $80 for a big expansion.
I would expect a base game to be around 20 and an expansion to be around 10.
Oh, no.
Oh my god.
There is an expansion.
Oh my god.
There's an expansion. There's a Fantastic Four expansion that was really unpopular, and they stopped printing. That now goes on eBay for hundreds.
Do you have it?
No, of course not. Of course not. Because one, we don't care about the Fantastic Four, and two, it's like that's way too much. But
Jack, do we care? Are we interested in Destiny 2 and will we play it?
nope.
How strongly can I say no? No. A massively multiplayer first-person shooter that you can only play with a gamepad because it's on the PS4. Sign me off.
Oh, that might be on PC now.
Is it? I'm still not interested.
Yeah, can I talk to you? Who cares about the Fantastic Four? Nobody cares about the Fantastic Four, which is why they discontinued the expansion. But now, like I said, on eBay, it's going nuts. Oh, I want to say goodbye.
I don't even care if it's on PC. I'm just not interested in an MMO.
Yeah. Yeah. No, and I've heard good things about Destiny in general, but not my cup of tea. Mostly because I already have several cups of tea.
Did we talk about Zack Snyder? No, we did not. I don't have much to say. It's a tragedy.
A big tragedy. I saw there were some people making some snide remarks in my Twitter feed before they had read the story. You know, because you see that headline, Joss Whedon takes over Justice League.
Right.
And everyone's like, oh, and like people got crazy. But then like you read the story, though, the strange thing is it happened months ago. For those who don't know, Zack Snyder, one of Zack Snyder's daughter, committed suicide a couple months ago, and obviously a tragic event. And not only that, like, do you know his wife is one of the producers of the movie?
No, I didn't know that.
And so, he went back to work hoping to kind of distract himself with work, finishing up Justice League.
Yeah.
And it just hasn't been working.
No, I totally get it.
Absolutely.
Get it.
I mean, and so they brought in the studio, and of course, Zach agreed to this, brought in Joss Whedon to finish Justice League. Of course, it's mostly all shot. Joss will just be there, like kind of the director for editing and also for any reshoots needed. Just because he can handle, he's a director who can obviously handle a big budget superhero franchise. But very tragic. Very tragic. And yeah, there's nothing snide to say about it. At least there shouldn't be anything snide.
Yeah, it's not something I feel like making jokes about.
Right.
It's just sad.
It is. It's very sad.
So what are you doing? You're targeting a head?
Okay, so
is that a corpse?
This is like a armored corpse. And what you see here is like right now I'm targeting the arm. You can see that yellow, the yellow thing on his arm, right? And so after you lock onto someone, you can move the right joystick to target different parts of his body. Like there, I'm targeting his leg now.
I kind of love that there's a corpse in there.
Yeah. But if you see here, his head is blue, so that means his head is unarmored, so it'll be a better shot.
Yeah.
So I want to remove his head from his body. And then it starts on fire.
That's fine.
And that's fine. Then it disintegrates. But the idea is, if you target here, I'll target the leg this time. See, I'm targeting the left leg. So the idea here is if you target these body parts, you can actually rip them off. if you do enough damage to them. And if you do that, you can get more scrap, more tech scrap for upgrading your shit.
Huh.
Is the hope.
Jack, why are there too many things to play?
Because we're living in a golden age of games. Here's why, Rich. Making and distributing games is easier than ever.
Yeah.
There are tools available where you and I could make a video game if we put our mind to it. And with digital distribution, anyone can play them.
This looks neat, but I've been waiting for Vanquish on PC for too long, and I didn't think it was ever going to happen, Jack.
That comes out soon, right?
Tomorrow. Fucking comes out tomorrow.
Oh. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, is he? Are you still in tutorial mode? Come here and fight me. There we go. Ow.
So if you take the leg off, I'm assuming it doesn't die instantly. Does it hobble around?
No, he still dies.
Oh, okay.
But then he leaves scrap behind. I'm aiming
Okay.
for the head right now. And then we'll see if we can show you something cool here. Oh, we can't do it yet.
How do you change your target?
With the right stick.
Okay.
I got a power core. That's going to help me. Yeah, there's another guy over here.
Jack hasn't died yet. This isn't like Dark Souls.
Well, I've also played this before. See, so like right now I'm toggling. I'm targeting the different.
How does the difficulty compare?
Okay, so I have more time in Bloodborne, so I'll be comparing this to Bloodborne.
Of course.
I definitely died way quicker in Bloodborne, and I died more often in Bloodborne. I hit a point in this. Oh, wait, did I kill him? Yeah. I hit a point in this where I couldn't defeat a boss, and I couldn't figure out how to defeat a boss.
Okay.
And that was a little upsetting because usually with Bloodborne...
So our goal is to get there.
Our goal is to get there so I can show you all. Which should be relatively easy. Okay, but first I need to put a core in my body for a reason. So we got to go back to our bonfire here. This is the bonfire.
Anonymous says, "Hey guys,
Yeah,
Jack.
I'm Jack.
I grew up in the middle of nowhere with no neighbors except cows.
There you go. Now you're speaking my language.
When you are weird sometimes, I get you. I understand. Except for the clown thing.
Here's what I will say. What I can only imagine is people who have this weird like feeling about clowns have never been around children. If you are ever around a very young child, like 3 or under, you make goofy faces at them, right? Ooh, you make faces. That's all a clown is. Like a clown is just someone who makes faces, but then like there's this whole mime aspect to it. There's like little sketches that you do with like little skits and routines. It's very vaudevillian. What's the hate of clowns? It's classic entertainment. It's goofy faces. It's pratfalls. It's slapstick humor.
They're creepy. they're silent. They got this shit smeared all over their face. They're dressed like they're insane.
Vaudeville. It's vaudevillian.
Connection to database restored. Checking database.
Great.
Gear voucher detected. Gear voucher redeemed.
Okay. Yep, and so then here in the gear assembly, you can like buy stuff and upgrade stuff. Upgrade rigs. I just spent all my money on my core, so we got to go get some more money. And then here is the part where... Do I have anything else? No. So here's the part where you can change... You know, once you buy like arm upgrades, you can put on one here. Do I have a... Oh, I do. I have a leg upgrade. So then you put on a leg upgrade in this one... Ooh, that's actually pretty good. Oh, no, but see, like, I only have one, so I can only put it on one leg,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And that's it. Like, that's the whole thing.
Mm.
So like, there's a lot of interesting aspects to this game. Meh. Meh. But then, just like Soulsborne, you come on out again, and here's the robots. Okay.
Becky got plaped, says Jack.
Plaped?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Jack.
I'm Jack.
In what ways has your participation with RLM been educational?
Oh, look at that finisher. Been educational?
That's the thing.
Um,
There's more to it, but the second one's for me. But I'll let you answer yours.
I'm trying to think of a realistic example. Or I'm trying to think of a real example of something that I have actually learned from working with RLM.
You can be terrible and still get by okay.
Oh, I knew that well. I've made stuff, man. I know. You don't have to be good. You just got to keep doing it. That's that's the rule. That's the rule. You know, a really good thing that I learned working with RLM is how to work with a crew. That is the honest truth. Where I spent a lot of time just making stuff by myself. You know,
Yeah.
I was the only one behind the camera. I was the only one doing it all, editing.
Yeah, yeah.
And once I started working with Jay and Mike, I'd say, "Hey, can you guys come and help me out on a shoot?"
Yeah.
And for the first time, I had to direct people and like, "Oh, can you? You do the lights. I don't need to do the lights." Jay, can you fix that light? Like, I don't need to put down the camera and run and fix the lights. I can
Right.
have someone else do that.
Right.
And that has been incredibly helpful to me as a creator, because it just shows me that like the burden isn't all on me. I can.
So what you're saying is it's just like the Avengers.
It's just like the Avengers. I learned a valuable lesson.
The value of working together as a team.
Yes. And punching robots. Very important.
Second part of that is, Rich, did you get my Stargate letter?
Rich, did you get a Stargate letter?
Yes, it did. I did not read it because we went over this. We went over this when it was an email that I wasn't interested in reading a 3 or 4 page long detailed explanation on why I need to watch Stargate.
Ooh. Oh, look at that. That's a little graphical glitch right there. Oopsie doops.
Why do you keep trying to rape me with Stargate?
We've already said we're not interested. No means no about Stargate.
The first page was a 1-paragraph summary.
All right, we'll see if we can get this to work. So here's something really fun about their combat system. Is if you weaken someone enough, you can. Oh, here it is. You can hold down X to rip off an appendage like this. And you get that little cool slow-mo scene. And now I get to pick up some good junk. A new weapon. Though I kind of like my club, I'll be honest with you. I like my little...
Rich is so closed-minded. Jack is a closed-minded, unsolicited, what would you even call this?
Unsolicited.
Right.
It's... Listen, I think you know enough about Stargate to make a determine on whether or not you want to know more. Do you want to know more about Stargate? Right. And so it's not like he's saying, "Hey, Rich, there's this new thing that you've never heard of that I think you'll like.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out." Then if you said, "No, I don't want to know anything new about anything new," that's being closed-minded. But Stargate is something that you know a little bit about, right? So you can make your own determinations.
I know a little bit about Farscape, and I didn't really sit down to watch it until many years later.
Okay.
To be fair.
then the second part of that is you know how much time you have in the day and how much is already consumed with other things.
Right.
So then it's just a point of, do you have time?
But is a three is like a somebody's, what would you call this, dissertation on Stargate the way to do it?
No, and we've already warned you that that's not the way to do it. There you go. Yeah, and when you do those big finishing moves, you usually get more scrap and stuff. That's you want to always get them to that finishing move point. Crap, there's another one.
You know, people have been telling us to play Wandering Souls. And, people tell us to do this, watch this, play this.
Yeah.
Before this stream, we took a look at Wandering Souls.
Sure did, Rich.
Jesus fucking Christ!
Yeah, whoever made that recommendation, you ruined it for everyone else. Because we saw Wandering Souls, and it's like a 2D fighter
Fucking-
starring anime.
Fucking anime girl weeaboo shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, nice. Bonesaw. Bonesaw is ready. So like this, the guy I just fought was carrying this bone saw, so I targeted his arm, so he dropped the bone saw.
Okay.
Now I got a bone saw. Kudos to me.
Graphics are irrelevant if the game is fun.
That's someone talking about the graphics of this game?
It looked like a Mega Man-y kind of platformer thing. It didn't look super special.
Oh no, we're talking specifically about the art style, which is anime girls
They're
dressed
saying-
up as
they're saying-
maids.
Yeah, but they're saying that shouldn't matter if the game is fun. How do you feel about that angle?
Right? There's a little bit. Yeah, all right. You got a point. It could be an amazing game, but it's starring anime girls, and Rich and I have a long-standing hatred of anime girls, and so why would I even want to try? Are they gonna? Do they say and do annoying shit when you're not fighting? Maybe, possibly, probably. The art style also can detract from a good game. The example I will give is Salt and Sanctuary, which I think is a very ugly game.
Yeah.
But I enjoy it. I think it's a good game. But I find myself, if I have a choice between playing that and playing something else, sometimes I'll play something else because the thing you are looking at all the time is important. Come here. Come here. Get a new weapon.
But what about a Stargate anime game?
There we go.
Like I may give Stargate a shot someday, but just a long, insane letter that somebody sends me trying to sell me on it probably isn't going to do the trick.
Probably not. Or definitely not. Heads up. Heads up to all y'all trying to sell Rich Evans stuff. Also, jumping is super whack in this game. It's like wiggity wiggity whack.
If you want Stargate before Babylon 5, I'm fucking done with you two. I could not get past the pilot for Stargate for Babylon 5.
And you know, I've seen the Stargate movie, and I enjoyed it. I know it's schlock, but I enjoyed it.
I'm talking about like Babylon 5 though.
Oh, Babylon.
The other
5.
one.
Oh yeah, no, I don't think
I could not get past the pilot.
Sure. Sure. I'll defend the Stargate movie as lovable schlock.
Yeah, I tried years ago, and then people kept talking about it. Actually, I don't know, probably a year ago now, because people in the chat talked about liking Babylon 5. I gave it another shot. I watched the pilot again. I was like, no.
Okay. Well, there you go. That's all you needed. You gave it a shot.
Did you guys see what William Shatner said about Red Letter Media? I'm unaware that William Shatner has said anything about Red Letter Media.
What did he say? Was it good? Was it bad?
It's probably the setup for some kind of punchline. That's my guess. I'm guessing this is nothing real.
And confirm was really... Did you click on the link?
I'm clicking on it.
Thanks, Hackbot. Click on the thing.
Here's the question. Whoa, it's the actual William Shatner. Do you ever watch RLM on YouTube? His response. I'm 86 years old. I don't have time to watch 4-hour reviews on 2-hour movies.
God bless you, Billy Shatner. God bless you. You know what's important in life. That's great. So he's heard of you.
He's familiar enough to know about the Plinkett review, like long reviews. He gets that.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you watch the Next Gen pilot, would you bother continuing?
Next Gen Pilot's not bad. Next Gen Pilot's not bad. That's a rich question, because you don't think season 1's very good. I'm okay with the Next Gen Pilot.
It's really hard for me to, because I don't think I started with the pilot.
Right.
So it's hard for me to say. I was a fan of Star Trek, though, before TNG. I liked the original series.
Uh-huh.
Which, was on TV forever. I saw it, in reruns. Obviously, I was not old enough to see it first run before somebody makes that joke. But I was a little kid who loved Star Trek before TNG was a thing. So I might have given it more of a chance.
Because it was a franchise you were already established with? Sure.
I'd have a hard time making it through the first season. Oh, God, is that first season awful?
Fuck. Bleed. Great. We're doing great.
Leftover Beefcake says, TNG Season 1 is not shitty, and I have a 36-page email explaining why.
Beefcake gets it.
I don't want to shit on Becky Godplay. Becky Godplay is just enthusiastic about Stargates.
Right.
I think if you want to get me interested, you're just going about it the wrong way.
That's the thing. Have I ever told you my death cab for cutie story? Probably, but I'm gonna tell it again.
Well, that's a neat little attack.
Yeah. That dismembers his good. Yeah, see, he had a nice body gear thing happening, and so I dismembered his body so I could take his gear. Back in the early aughts, Death Cab for Cutie was becoming a popular indie band. And I had heard them once and didn't much care for their sound. And I had a friend, a very good friend, who said, you really need to give these guys a chance. Like, I really think you'd be into it. It's kind of your thing. And I was like, you know what? I heard it once. I don't want it. I don't want to hear it. And he kept pushing and pushing and pushing. And the more he pushed, the more I was like, just don't.
Get the fuck away from me?
I
Yeah.
will not listen to Death Cab for Cutie. And I'm sorry. One night we are driving home from Madison. He's driving in his car. We were in Madison visiting some friends in college, so drinks were had. I was a little tipsy. That's why I was not driving. He was driving. He drives. He gets to pick the music.
Sure.
And we're driving home, and this gorgeous song starts playing. and I'm a little inebriated, and I don't really hear it, and I start really getting into it. The next song plays, and I'm just like, oh, man, this is really good. Who is this? He's like, you don't want to know. I said, no, I really like this. What is this? And he refused to tell me for a little bit. And I listened to, all right, tell me for real. Death Cab for Cutie. Damn. The moral of the story is you just can't push it.
Well, he kind of did.
Huh?
He kind of did.
No, he let it happen naturally.
All right, that was
He let me discover.
that was just a clever way of pushing. Sometimes you have to trick somebody into trying something.
He was subverting. He basically set up an opportunity for me to discover it.
Okay. Yes, Chad. It's like Inception.
What is?
Getting somebody to try something. You can't just you need to do this. You need to, make them think it's their idea.
Ooh, there you go. Yes, you have to incept the idea.
Mm-hmm.
You have to implant the idea and make them think it was their idea. I like it.
Trying to remember what it was. There was something I was. Oh God, I don't remember what it was. There was some kind of movie or something I was trying to get Karen to watch. I was like, "You would love this. I know you will love this." And she wasn't having any of it.
Yeah.
And then like a year or two later, she went to like visit her friend who's living out of town now, and she came back. We watched this movie. It was really like. I'm like, I told you to watch that years ago.
Son of a bitch.
I say it, you don't listen to me?
Yep.
Your friend says it? Oh, yeah, it's great. Look what she introduced you to, huh? Oh.
Rich, that just means you've been wrong before.
I've been wrong plenty of times.
Right. So you're no longer a trustworthy aggregator for Karen.
I don't remember what it was. I wish I could. It might have been a game.
Sure. You need to play this game, Karen.
Yeah.
See, so like with this guy right here, his right leg is unarmed. Has no armor on it. But I want to cut off his arm because that'll get me more scrap in the long run. So there's a little bit of a min-max happening with the game, which is very nice. There's a lot of, every enemy has its own little attack pattern thing that you have to learn, which is nice. There we go. Yeah. Now I get a sweet. Oh, he had a good body armor too. Oh, I should have taken that.
You fucking moron.
Huh?
You're fucking moron.
Well, there'll be more. There'll be more, and it might look like I'm getting through this area really easily, only because remember I've already played this level, so I know where all the bad guys are hiding. They have a couple like little
gotchas.
A little what?
Gotchas.
Yeah, they have a couple gotchas, little bastards.
My Dying Paradise Lost says, have you guys ever heard of Barkley Shut Up and Jam Gaiden?
Yes.
It's the free-to-download canonical sequel to the hit movie Space Jam. Literally the best RPG made by chubby hacker hands. Get on it, guys! I've heard of it. Sounds amusing.
Mhm.
Certainly not an old-school RPG guy.
Right. And it takes it takes
I get that it's jokes, though, but
the piss out of a lot of that. Yeah.
I'm familiar with it. BGB Live says, Jack, I have the Fantastic Four expansion. It's actually great.
Oh, shut up.
Rumor has it they stopped printing it because Marvel is punishing whoever owns the movie rights to the Fantastic Four.
Right. The same that they're doing, like, you know,
They stopped making the comic, too.
they stopped
right?
making the comic. Yep. They've like slowed down a lot of X-Men stuff in favor for Inhuman stuff, which they have the rights for. In fact, like, they can't do mutants.
Yeah.
Marvel Studios can't
Yeah,
make a
I know.
movie about mutants.
I know.
Which is why Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch were like enhanced.
It's fine. It's fine. I never really felt like the mutants fit in with the rest of the Marvel Universe.
Yeah, they had their own. They had their own thing.
These people with strange and unusual powers, the heroes, the public loves them. These people with strange and unusual powers, they're awful. We don't trust them. Pick one.
No, they had their own.
Pick one,
thing.
God damn it.
They had their own thing. They had their own little thing. Because, like, you know, like someone getting superpowers because they're bit by a spider is very different than someone that was born different, Rich, and that's the.
They don't know how the fuck Spider-Man got his powers, but to be fair, they don't like Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well,
But nobody-
J. Jonah
Public
Jameson.
doesn't know how the fuck he got his powers.
That's true. That's true, Doug. Woo! So yeah, just like Bloodborne, I just opened up a sweet little shortcut. Oh, that's right. I have to.
You are wearing a Spider-Man shirt, Rich. Yes, congratulations, you have eyes.
But Rich, did you know that you are wearing a
I
Spider-Man?
don't understand why that's relevant. I like the old school Spider-Man comics.
I know that about you. Oh, here we go. We can make another leg. What are you? You're an arm thing? Yeah, we'll make another arm thing.
Did you know you can bank your scraps so you won't lose it on death?
Yeah. Yes, I did. In fact, I'll show that right now. I'm going to upgrade some stuff. I'm going to use my scrap first. So yeah, you can upgrade you can get new limbs, upgrade your limbs, and more importantly, upgrade your core. You have an Iron Man core. And that's what this is right here. And if you see that circle with the little like half blue ring, that is your core power consumption.
Oh, that circle. Okay.
Yeah, down,
okay.
like down at the bottom. And the more pieces of tech you have on you, you know, obviously the more power it draws. So then you need to
You need to upgrade your power.
use your scrap to upgrade your
tab.
power. core.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, it's got a whole little thing, got a whole little world to it. So I'm probably gonna let's see if I can upgrade my weapon actually. 'Cause I really like this bone saw. Yeah. Boom. Bone saw. Bone saw is ready. And I think that's all I can upgrade right now. All right, and then to bank the scrap, you press Y. Boop, and it's all banked now. So now there's just scrapping to bank.
Chad, I'm not. I know. Vanquish is coming out tomorrow. I'm not planning on streaming tomorrow. We have stuff to do tomorrow, even.
Oh yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We have stuff to do tomorrow.
So probably not.
A day one Vanquish stream,
Probably won't happen.
but
I did buy a new mouse.
just for Vanquish.
You know, I mean, just in general. I mean, I want a new mouse anyway.
Sure.
like my old one, but it's getting old. Afraid it's gonna die sooner or later.
Sure.
Got me a new mouse.
There we go.
What mouse did I get? What's the company that makes it? Steel something. The Rival 500. Steel Series Rival 500, something like that.
Okay.
It's got like 15 buttons, but not like
You were telling me about that. Yeah.
not like in the rows where they're all on one spot. It's
Yeah.
like spaced all over the mouse.
Okay.
I'll give this a shot. I like a mouse with buttons.
Some buttons are finger buttons.
Some are finger buttons, some are thumb buttons.
Ooh, nice. Because like I have a problem with thumb buttons. I'm not very good at thumb buttons. I love more finger buttons.
No,
though.
I want more thumb buttons.
You want more thumb
Yeah.
buttons. I like a grip. I like gripping my mouse.
I don't
And then I can do this really easily.
I don't like yeah,
You
I
don't
gotta
have a death
hold
grip?
that mouse.
I got a death grip on my mouse, Rich.
I am fine holding a mouse where my thumb is just resting on the buttons.
Oh yeah.
Not holding it, strong enough to push them in, but just got my thumb on those buttons.
Okay. All right. There we go. I had to upgrade my core again because I didn't have enough power for all of my shit. So now I got some shit here. I got nice little leg implants. I got arm implants. So now I should be a little bit faster. I am going to go through the area again just to kind of really bank scrap at this point. Just to what do you call it? What do you call it when you go through an area again just to get points? Harvest? Oh, there's a better name for it, and I just can't think of it. Farm. Thank you. Encephalopathetic. I'm going to go through this area again to farm scrap. Oh yeah, why couldn't I think of that?
All right, where am I at here?
Where you at?
Somewhere. Anonymous says Jack says he's on a budget. Buys a $200 Xbox One controller.
Why do you think I'm on a budget? Obviously, there's some wiggle room with that budget.
Pro controller is a nice thing to splurge on.
And
It is nice.
here was my justification.
Mm-hmm.
I play games as part of my job.
Yeah.
I play a ton of games. I want a nice controller to hold. And to me, that expenditure was worth it. I certainly did talk to Lisa. Before making that purchase.
I wore out a few controllers, in a relatively short amount of time.
Uh-huh.
I splurged on one too.
Yeah, they're nice. They're nice controllers.
Yeah.
They're very nice.
It has not fallen apart.
Uh-huh.
It's holding up well. Really solidly built.
Yeah.
Is the Xbox One Elite controller more worthwhile than a standard 360 controller? It's kind of what we're talking about.
I personally, if you play a ton of games with that controller, I think it is. It's a beautiful controller. I've never felt it has this gorgeous rubber material on it.
It's the same basic shape, but yeah, the materials it's made out of are so just nice. It's got a good grip.
Good.
Those analog sticks do not feel cheap.
Oh, and you know what? The adjustable height on those analog sticks for the different games is wonderful. The adjustable D-pad, the adjustable triggers, the flappers, the whole thing is wonderful. So if you game a ton, I think it's worth it.
Well, it depends on what kind of budget you're on. You can get several games for that.
Exactly. What's more important to you? Because this Xbox 360 controller works just as well.
I also was able to justify it as a work expense.
Yeah.
Yeah, we gave a lot. We gave a lot for work.
Yeah. Another expense that a lot of people would consider crazy for me is I got a pricey office chair.
Yeah.
I sit so much every day at my computer editing and doing other things. I got a really nice desk chair with proper back support, and it cost me way more than I've ever spent on an office chair. But comfort and, promoting good posture while I'm editing and working, that kind of stuff was important to me. All right. So I splurged. I splurged on something that I might not have normally. Yeah, headgear.
Dick Gentlier says, a couple weeks ago, I asked for advice on telling my girlfriend's dad about my proposal to her. Well, despite the chat's best efforts, it all went fine. We are getting married in the fall.
Hey, congratulations.
Thanks for nothing.
Wait, so I remember you were wondering whether to ask permission. Did you end up asking permission? Or did you propose first?
He said it all went fine. I'm assuming that meant that permission was asked.
Sure. I guess.
Crab says, "Hey Jack."
Hi, Crab.
You are Jack.
I'm Jack.
Why is the world in love again? Question mark.
Why is the world in love again? Why are we marching hand in hand? Why are the ocean levels rising up? It's a brand new record for 1990. They might be giants. Brand new album. Flood.
Reference acknowledged. By the way, Dirk Gentlier has a response.
Yeah.
Didn't ask permission. Just let him know beforehand.
Oh, okay. That's fair.
Yeah, because then you don't have to be like a liar when you ask her anyway if he says no.
Sure,
But you're polite enough to say, yeah, I'm going to do this.
I'm going to do this, yeah. Heads up. And then, you know what? And then if it was important to him, he could take that as asking for permission,
Yeah.
But it wasn't really asking for permission.
Yeah, don't ask permission if you're going to go ahead and do the thing anyway.
Ow. Ow.
Doobie Sandwich says, "Help! Harlack,
Yeah.
dating farm girl. Farm girl shovels cow dung. Ruins farm girl fantasy. Wants to dump her. Don't want to be jerk. Should I stick with her? Sorry for fragmented words. Low on characters."
She works on a farm. Animals poop, man. I'm sorry that your farm girl fantasy was horribly unrealistic.
It's not like Stardew Valley.
No, you have to deal with waste in any job. If that kind of stuff bothers you,
Don't fantasize about farm girls.
if that kind of stuff bothers you, she's probably looking to dump you. My sissy boyfriend can't deal with animal dung. But that should have nothing to do with it. Do you like spending time with her? If she comes, then it's just a question of does she not bathe when she comes home? Because that's a whole different problem.
Presumably, you would get used to the smell over time.
So then, help, my farm girl girlfriend won't bathe regularly. That's a different problem. But listen, either get over it or say, "Hey, I can't deal with you shoveling shit all day," and then she's gonna be like, "What?" And then you'll be like, "Yeah, I'm total wimp." And she'll be like, "Yeah, you are," and you're like, "You deserve better than."
Look, if
Wimpy me.
if Doobie Sandwich is asking that question in the first place,
Yeah.
then he doesn't love her.
Oh yeah.
At which point, you probably should break it off, just not because of the smell, just because you're not in love.
Yeah, yeah. No, and a relationship needs more than love. You need there's other things important to a relationship, and if you're already complaining about that, yeah, and get out of there. Get out of there. Oh, she shovels poop. So what? So what? I just found out my girlfriend poops.
Everyone's got a breaking point, Jack.
I mean, I guess.
Would you love your wife no matter what?
I mean, probably. I don't know. What's the scenario?
She smells like cow poop. Let's start from there.
Okay, sure. Oh, sure. She smells like cow poop. Yeah, I would love her, but then I'd have a conversation about proper hygiene.
Her legs are mangled in a wood chipper accident.
Sure.
You still love your wife.
Of course. Of course.
Her face is burnt horribly.
Yeah, we can deal with that.
You can deal with that.
We can deal with that.
Your wife gains 500 pounds.
We'd have a talk.
You'd have a talk?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we all actually my wife
Well, she
and I.
can't help it. It's a medical thing. It's a gland problem. It cannot be helped.
Oh, okay. That's a
Yeah.
different situation. My wife and I already have it set up. Like we know if we go over a certain amount, we have to have a talk with each other, and that includes me too. Because I was fatter. I was much fatter than this at one point.
But just the visual.
Huh?
She couldn't help it. She's 500 pounds. You still love your wife.
Yeah. No, I still love her. That's tricky. What medical? Ooh.
Is there any barrier visually to your love for your wife?
Visually, no. Like if she just like slowly turns into a horrible bitch, then
What if she looked like a young Brad Pitt?
What's the problem?
She's just like a handsome dude. But it's your wife in there.
Still got a vagina?
No.
Ooh.
No.
A medical.
She's just like that's her medical condition. She's a handsome dude. If the medical condition is healthy.
She like there was an industrial accident that transmorphed her, and she looks like she's a very ooh. Now you're talking, Rich. That's tricky. That's tricksy. Yeah, then I guess I'm a gay dude. I don't know. Maybe we could get it to work. Maybe we could get that to work.
Yeah, you're saying maybe.
I'm saying maybe.
This came up with Karen once years ago. You know what?
Huh.
I answered honestly.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Just no?
Yeah. It's like I don't swing that way. And you know what? I felt good because I gave an honest fucking answer, Jack.
Well, I'm saying maybe. I guess what I'm saying is I would give it a try. Right? Are you saying you'd like just cut and run right away?
I wouldn't cut them out of my life, but I'm not gonna have a relationship with like that.
I'm saying
I guess we're just friends now.
I'd give it a good old shot. I'd give it the old college try. My farming did not go well. I died. But that's okay. We can get it back. Yeah. I'd give it a try.
Rich is uptight. No, Rich is straight. There's
Yeah.
a difference.
Shit.
I think I saw that. What was it? Prelude to a Kiss. And I'm like, nah, this movie's lying.
What's Prelude to a Kiss?
On like the wedding, the wife switches bodies with like an old dude.
See, now that's a much easier question.
At the end, he loves her anyway, and I'm just thinking,
No.
no, that's full of shit.
See, by the way, that's the easier question to answer. Like, she transmorphs into like an ugly dude. Like, nah, you know what? Let's still hang out for board game night, but nah. But a handsome dude, like, yeah, maybe.
Yes, Meg Ryan and was it Alex Baldwin?
Alec Baldwin?
Alec Baldwin.
Oh.
Chat's saying Alex Baldwin. I'm like, man, what?
Probably not Alex.
Yeah, no.
Maybe an Alec.
It was Alec Baldwin and Meg Ryan.
Interesting.
And some old dude.
Some Olders. Of course. Ow. There we go.
Chipotle Lore says, "Hey, Rich and Jack,
Hi.
I just finished DS9 and TNG, and I'm
Nice.
looking for a new sci-fi show. Have any of you seen Battlestar Galactica? Is it worth it?"
I really like Battlestar Galactica. The new Battlestar Galactica run I really enjoyed. Really enjoyed.
Yeah.
Incredible space battles. Like they do the realistic spaceship battles, where they're like barrel rolling and doing all that cool shit. And just a great premise. Really great premise. The entire population of Earth all of humanity is trapped on one battleship. and it's gorgeous.
And I'm gonna recommend Farscape.
Of course.
It's like Guardians of the Galaxy, but a TV show.
The one downfall, and I know we've talked about this before with the remake of Battlestar Galactica, is the very end of the series. In fact, I'm talking about like the last scene. Even the last episode's pretty good, but the last scene is eye-rollingly bad. Eye-rollingly bad. But the whole series, the series in general, is very good. Can I upgrade you?
I've heard they overdo the whole everyone's a robot thing. This character's a robot. That character's really a robot. And now this character's really a robot. Everyone's really a robot. Don't they do that like a lot?
Well,
From what I've heard.
so the main conflict in the show is the humans versus the Cylons versus the it's a race of robots.
Yeah.
And so they do it a lot, but it's very appropriate because that's their main enemy.
Okay.
I never felt like they overdid it. It was just, like that's your enemy. It's Cylons.
And Becky Got Plaped would really like to recommend Stargate.
Terrible. You're terrible.
What? It's fact.
I know, it's funny.
That's the thing that happened. That's the thing that would happen. Farscape or Farscape? Did I say Firefly?
You said Farscape.
Farscape.
Firefly is a great show, though. You should watch Firefly. Firefly is a great show.
Farscape is like Guardians of the Galaxy.
That's the very first thing you said after you came out of Guardians 1.
Like Peter Quill and Gamora are just direct ripoffs of Crichton and Aaron.
Mm-hmm. All right, I got another implant slot.
Only they have much better chemistry. And they have better reasons for having issues hooking up.
Snap. Oh, I need 2 pounds. Son of a bitch.
Guardians comic came out before Farscape. Who's ripping whom off? You do know that the original Guardians comic is completely different from what we got from the movie. It's like not even the same characters.
Right.
The version you are familiar with is sometime in the 2000s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Farscape actually predates it.
Yeah, the original Guardians is very, very different than the Guardians you know. And the Guardians you know are a recent reboot. And they were only rebooted as a test market for a Guardians movie.
Yeah.
So they probably took a little bit from Farscape.
Okay, but Star-Lord is older than Farscape, I believe. Yeah, but he probably wasn't written the same way. Why am I drawing a blank on other good sci-fi shows right now? What's wrong with my brain?
Right now?
Yeah, Twilight Zone.
No, good. The Expanse.
Yeah.
The Expanse is an amazing sci-fi, and you haven't seen it yet. And Rich,
I know I need to.
The Expanse and Arrival I'm not going to shut up about it until you watch them because
You know what? You keep right on going on. You keep it up.
I'm gonna push you, and then I'm going to write a 3-page recommendation. No, but The Expanse is an amazing sci-fi show. If you want to watch something that's a little more mystery orientated, but still in the sci-fi realm, I recommend Orphan Black. More so if you want to watch some of the best acting you will ever see. You watch Orphan Black. The main premise, I'm going to spoil a little bit.
Okay.
It's an old show, like they're on season 3 now, so I feel like, we're kind of out of spoiler territory, but it's about clones.
Okay.
And so one actress plays all of these different clones. And sometimes she is acting like clone B, and clone B is acting like clone C. And so you can see her as an actress be clone B trying to act like clone C, but she plays all of the clones. It's some of the most impressive acting you will ever see. Orphan Black.
Okay. Okay.
And I think that's a really good show. Also, Black Mirror. If you haven't seen that, that's basically sci-fi. Twilight Zone.
Yeah. Twilight Zone sci-fi.
Twilight Zone. Tech orientated.
Sure.
Twilight Zone, which is very good. Westworld. Westworld is another. That's a great sci-fi show right now on HBO. There's
Stranger Things.
uh,
Yeah.
First of all,
Yeah.
it's just a fucking good show.
Yeah.
Just you know what? Just watch that because
It's not like space, but that's some sci-fi.
I don't know if that counts, Rich. I'll be real.
That totally fucking counts.
I'm gonna be real with you here and
Totally 100%
say
fucking counts.
I don't know if that counts as sci-fi, but it's still a very good show. A very good show. Oh, fuck. Oh my god, what? I found a big robot.
Congratulations, Jax.
I found a big robot.
Is this something I should congratulate you on?
No.
No?
Stranger Things is as sci-fi as E.T. Yeah, but E.T. had aliens. Like, I'm not sure Stranger Things didn't even have that. I don't know if that counts. That's like a fantasy. I don't know if that counts as sci-fi.
It's another dimension. It's science fiction. They open a sciencey portal to another dimension. It's totally fucking 100% sci-fi, and in no way is anything other than sci-fi.
Gray area.
No, it is actually just black and white. It's science fiction. There is no gray involved at all. There is zero grayscale. It's like reading an issue of Sin City. There is no grayscale. It's scale. It's just black and white. It's science fiction.
First of all,
190% science fiction.
oh shit! It killed me again. Jack doesn't know what sci-fi is. I guess that might just be true.
Jack thinks sci-fi is just spaceships.
Science. I guess another dimension. I guess, but like to me, there's monsters. It's fine. It's fine.
X-Files, Jack. Do you consider that science fiction?
I guess I've never really thought about it.
It is science fiction.
I guess I've never really thought about it. I suppose you're right. I guess I just never thought about it like that. Here's the thing. When I faced this robot on my own at home, I beat it without even losing a single health thing. And now it has killed me twice, and I don't like that. Ow. Ow.
They're just genre labels so video store people can sort shit out.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true to a large extent. What about just some good science fiction movies?
Recent?
No. In general.
Just in general?
Like fucking, what's it called? Dark City. Dark City is an amazing movie that not enough people talk about.
There we go. What? Didn't I kill you? Yeah, there we go. One shining coin. There we go. That's how I beat the guy the first time. You can just walk around him. Nope. Oh, shit. Oh, no! Oh, there we go. Come on.
Are you trapped?
Oh, I thought I
Oh
got
my
trapped. I thought they serious metal detected me. Trapped me in a room. There we go. All right, great. Oh, District 9. Yes, District 9 is a great sci-fi movie. District 9 is what a triumph of a small scale science fiction movie. District 9.
The William Meister says, Jack and Rich, but mostly Rich. Have you guys ever seen The Venture Brothers? Animated show on Adult Swim that takes inspiration from / parodies adventure shows and classic comics. Highly recommended. Talked about it before. I love the show. Less so the last season. For years, I was saying The Venture Brothers is my favorite show currently on television.
Uh-huh.
I think it has been officially superseded by Rick and Morty. Which, if we're talking about science fiction, Rick and Morty is also great. In addition to being good comedy, there's some great science fiction in Rick and Morty. They have fantastic ideas.
I feel overwhelmingly meh towards Rick and Morty.
I love Rick and Morty. I got a feeling it's just going to burn out. It's going to burn out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
possibly. I like I said, I have no.
Rick is just too extreme of an asshole for it not to get tiring after a while. And they're not going to be able to shock you. They're going to run out of places to push it.
Sure. Classic Simpsons problem.
But for now, it's great. The Venture Brothers could still redeem itself. The Venture Brothers doesn't need to redeem itself. The Venture Brothers has been largely great. Like I said, I didn't like the last season that much, but there's still like 5 great seasons. Hell, I think they thought it was done at the end of season 4. The end of season 4 for the Venture Brothers, it feels like a series wrap up. It feels like a series finale. And everything we've gotten with the Venture Brothers after season 4 is just kind of like bonus material. That's the way I look at the Venture Brothers.
Sure.
Venture Brothers is still happening. It takes them like 2 years to come out with a season. As far as I know, they're still working on another one. But like I said, it takes them like 2 fucking years to crank out a season. And I think they're just burnt out. I think they're done with it.
Sure.
Welcome, Warren.
Okay. Great.
Ever seen Frisky Dingo?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I love Frisky Dingo.
Frisky Dingo is great. Murderface? Was that what his name was?
Skullface.
Skullface? Ah, I thought it was like Murder Kill.
No. Pretty sure it was Skullface. Killface. Thank you, Chad.
Oh, okay.
Killface.
We were both right.
Split the difference.
Yeah. I thought it was Murder Kill. No, it was Face. Great.
Who is Skullface? Skullface is something, right?
I don't know.
Is that an Eric? That's probably a Savage Dragon villain. That sounds like an Eric Larson thing.
Sure. All right. Here we go.
People watching this are just confused. What the hell's a Frisky Dingo? What the fuck are they talking about? We don't explain any of it, Jack.
Nope. Frisky Dingo was an early Adult Swim cartoon, right? Like
Yeah.
Frisky Dingo was on at the same time as like Aqua Teen Hunger for the first season of Aqua Teen Hunger.
I don't know about the first season.
Oh, it was
I think those people were still doing Sequest at that time.
Sequest 2021.
Yeah, or C-Lab. Or,
yeah, that was a fun show too.
When they stopped making C-Lab, they made Frisky Dingo. And then that only lasted 2 seasons. Then they went to FX. They started making Archer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. C-Lab 2021. I want to say C-Lab 2021 was one of the first times that they actually made their own animations instead of recycling old ones.
You mean Frisky Dingo?
No, C-Lab.
That was a lot of recycled animation.
No, I think they had to like they made it look like recycled animations, but they had to make their own. You know,
Okay.
like because a lot of the team was the same people who did Space Ghost Coast to Coast. I believe. And you know, Space Ghost is all recycled animations in kind of different settings. But for C-Lab, they actually found a way to make it look recycled. But
You're saying the Brack Show.
Brack Show. Yeah.
I'm assuming there's some kind of new animation in the Brack Show.
Space Ghost?
That's like a spin-off of Space Ghost.
Oh, I guess I never saw the Brack Show then.
C-Lab was like 90% recycled. Yeah.
I thought I remember reading something about them like how it was a big deal for them.
They had to like tweak things here and there. Because they weren't just doing redubs with it, but they were reusing a lot of material. I don't know.
Okay.
It's fine. It's all fine.
Fuck. Oh, gotcha.
Hawkeye64 says, thanks for all the amazing content on Pre-Rec and RLM.
Gotcha.
Watching you guys makes my week better. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
See, that was the first time they made a few new animations, I think. That could be. I remember it was a big deal for them as a studio because they're like, you know, like they had since before that only recycled animations. And so I don't. It's been a while. Like that show is even pretty old, so. Those fuckers got me with a gotcha, Rich.
Gotta watch out for gotta watch out for the gotcha.
Dicks.
BGB Live says, last board game question.
Okay.
Jack.
Yeah.
I watched the stream where you backed Dark Souls, the board game,
Yes.
and Rich mocked you. What's your opinion now? Everyone else seems to hate it. P.S. Play Kingdom Death.
I have the Dark Souls board game.
Yeah.
It is on my board game shelf with all of my other board games. Currently still wrapped in plastic.
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to play it yet. Unfortunately, last board game night, we played.
They might be thinking about the Bloodborne game.
No, because Bloodborne was not a Kickstarter.
Oh, okay.
We played the Bloodborne game, and we're kind of meh about it. The Dark Souls game, which I was a backer of and did receive, we just haven't got around to playing it, only because I got it around the same time I got Star Wars Rebellion,
Every time you say that, I think of the old PC game.
which is a different board game, and we all chose to play that board game instead of the Dark Souls board game. Because if we had to learn a new game, we all figured we could learn the Star Wars one easier. All right.
Sonic Mousetrap says, ever heard of the band Monopuff, Jack? It's John Flangberg from They Might Be Giants wearing a cheap fake beard.
Ha.
Jack is punching monsters. I'm assuming he's not.
I actually have not heard of Monopuff, but it sounds fun.
All right.
Fuck.
Death Metal 616 is Rich. I recently discovered the Angel Fire GMP Pictures website. Were you aware it was still up? The site amusingly says Gorilla Interrupted may never see the light of day. I kind of know it's still. It was up like last time I checked or heard about it. It was like a couple years ago now, but yeah, I'm aware of it. I feel so old.
Because of Angel Fire?
So very old.
Because you had a GeoCities page?
And I'm like really young.
Huh?
At that time. So old. It's depressing as fuck.
Being old?
Oh, yeah.
It's fine.
Look, it's better than not getting old. That just means you're dead.
Right?
But it's still depressing as fuck.
It's fine. I hope that I get old before I die.
Rich is not old. He acts old. They could both be true. I'm 39. I'm not hiding that. 39 and a half.
39 and a half
A
ain't
little more than a half.
You know what, Rich? It ain't old. It ain't young. But it ain't old.
Yeah.
How about that? How about that?
I want to die at 60 or something while sleeping. The gamer Bendito, ask yourself that question when you're 59. You might have a different answer.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure you're not going to actually want to die when you're 60.
I know some people who are 59 and 60. They're still spry motherfuckers. You'll be fine. Keep up eating them broccolis and go for a walk every day. You keep spry, man. You keep spry. Hello.
Becky got played. Maybe don't send me long, rambling Stargate emails.
That's the key to a long life? It's not.
Jack won't forward me emails.
No, I won't.
Because they're long, rambly Stargate emails?
Yep.
And I'm not going to read it?
Yeah.
It's the wrong approach. I'll say that. It's the wrong approach. You know what you need to do? If you really want to get me in on Stargate, find a clip online that perfectly summarizes everything that's great about Stargate. And I don't mean a clip of you explaining why Stargate is great. Find a clip from the show.
Yes.
Where if I watch that clip, I will say, hot damn, I have to watch that.
Under 2 minutes. At least. Like 2 minutes is the maximum length of the clip, by the way. Now you're talking, Rich. Now you are talking.
I don't want to see a 45-minute video of you in front of a camera talking about Stargate. That is not what I mean.
That's a great idea, Rich. Now you're talking. Now you're talking, man. Oh, I saw that.
I have a friend who likes Stargate.
Yeah.
He's weird. He's very weird.
I'm sorry.
I saw a clip of the Spectacular Spider-Man cartoon.
Uh-huh.
And I just assume, yeah, Disney cartoon's probably not going to interest me. I didn't think much of it.
Yeah.
I saw a clip online from that cartoon with Spider-Man taking on the Sinister Six single-handedly, and I was like, "Oh my god, that's awesome!" I immediately went out. I found a DVD of season 1.
Well, there you go. Oh. Do I not have body gear? I do not have body gear.
Rich, of your friends, are you usually considered the weird one? You say that like it's a bad thing.
I don't think any of us consider any of us the weird ones.
No, I'm totally the weird one.
I'm saying it's not a conversation we've ever had. All right, guys, it's time to decide. Who's the weird one?
Jack, who's the weird one?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be you, of course.
There we go.
Just
I
saying,
know what I am.
I'm just saying, like, it's not. That's not something we sit around and talk about.
I fucking know what I am.
Okay, okay.
Did Mike insert Star Trek into every conversation in high school and college also? You know what Mike did? At the art table every day, he would draw a Spock of the day. On the table, on the art table.
Yeah.
The big group art table. It was the Spock of the day. A later class thought I did it. They like scratch it out and it's like, fuck you, Rich. Something like somebody thought it was me. But no, it was every day Mike would draw a new Spock.
Okay. Great. Great.
All right. Where am I at? Anonymous says,
Yeah.